This is Uber Chatmaster. Originally started out as a way of talking to loads of different chat models. So OpenAI, I can speak to that one. I know I can speak to that one. I'm not sure about all the other ones, but I think they all work. And Ullama, these are local models. I know I can speak to all those. XAI, I've got Grok, SuperGrok, Grok 4. That's the latest Grok version, and I've got Grok 3 Mini. I can use that one as well. Then the Google AI, I can use Gemini 2.5 Pro and 2.5 Flash. Mistral, there's a few Mistrals. There's a little tiny one. That's a nice one, little tiny one. That works. These are all online. The Ullama ones, they're all offline. They're all on my hard drive. And then we've got Anthropic, got Claude, Opus, Sonic, and Haiku, which is very nice, very fast, nice model. So I can use any of those, but I'll go back to OpenAI because I know OpenAI can run agents. I'll just show you. I need to copy some code. Earlier test. So if I put this instruction in the interface, this original, that's when I speak into there. I press listen and I can speak into there, and then an AI refines it for me into a perfect prompt. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. It doesn't quite work quite right yet, but I'm working on it. But if I want to put in text and not have it modified, I'll put it in the refined area. Now, if I press send, it's grayed out. So that means I've got to go over here, select the vendor, the model, then press select, and then that enables the send button. If I press send, it will run that code. So let's have a look and see what happens. So what it's done, it says, please write text. This is an autonomous agent to a new file named agent test inside Uber Chatmaster safe write area. So that's the only place you can write it to. If we find it, safe write area, and the name of the file was agent test report, which is that one. 1711, that's the right time, so it's just done. And that's what it wrote. This is an autonomous agent test. Now we do another one. I've run through these earlier, so I'll just copy them here. This one creates a Python script, which is, so I'm going to make that a 2, copy it, bring it into the new place, paste. Now make it a 2 now. Now I'll send. Now the large language model has seen that message. It looks in its repository and it says, I've got a script that creates Python scripts. Because I've said please create a Python script, it knows that's what I want to do. It's got to say hello world in a pop-up message box, and it's that name, not hello pop-up world. So if I go to the here, we should have hello pop-up world 2. There it is, and it pops up hello world. Now go back to the interface. We copy the next one. Now I can run that script. So this is the agent which is available to the large language model. Paste, then send. So the large language model reads this instruction, please run a Python script, and tells it where it is, and hopefully it should. There you go. It's run the script, and it's popped up, says hello world. This is basically a chat window like you would have with any interface with a large language model, but it's not specific to any particular large language model. You can select Gemini, any of the language models you like. Here we can select the latest Grok 4 and use that. And I think I can select the new Grok model, which is £300 a month, and I might be able to send it single messages and pay for them on the go. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but obviously it's not going to cost £300 a month. It might cost a couple of quid a message or something stupid, but we'll see. I haven't had a need to do that yet, so I'm putting that off. So I've done the demo. Now what have I done? This is a message I put in the chat window. The large language model knows that there's an agent which will write text. So that tells it, find the agent that writes texts. That's the text I want to put in a new file. And there's the name of the new file. And that's the URL. And it can only write into that safe area. It won't work anywhere else. That's writing a text. So it can also read text as well, which I haven't demonstrated, and it can also grab web pages. What I'm demonstrating is that my Uber Chatmaster has the ability to trigger agents which are running behind the interface and doing things automatically. In theory, I haven't tried this yet, I can instruct the large language model to do something and it will find the agent just by writing, say, please write text. That's what finds the agent, and then it can do things on my computer. At the moment, it can only call one agent at a time. If I want to string them together, I need to rewrite the code. It's one step at a time. So that's the next stage, is to use multiple agents to do something. For about a week now, I've been trying to decipher the text that is exported from a Microsoft Access form. The text which you can rebuild the form with. That can be saved, and then you import that text, and then you can recreate the form from that text. Now that's a powerful thing to understand. That gives you so much power over Access, because in theory a large language model could write a new form because it's just text. But in practice it's nigh on impossible, because you don't know the structure of the language in the text export. But it's a long and iterative process to develop the instructions for processing the text output of a Access form. And I've given up because it would run and then there'd be an error. You can't do it. There's this error, that error. And I'm talking about 4 hours a day for probably 3 days in a row. And you can't do that. It drives you nuts. I think we've all been in similar situations, so you know what I mean. And I've given up on it. But now there's a new route. If I can write text files, read text files, create scripts, all automatically with a large language model using agents, there is the possibility of an agentic approach to solving that problem. And that's where I'm working towards. Besides the point, it's incredible. It's fantastic to be able to do this. Luckily, I've got a task to apply it to, which has practically defeated me. But I don't like being defeated. But now I've got another run at it, and I'm not bothered actually. If it proves impossible to extract the text into a useful structure, it doesn't matter if I learn how to use an agentic way of processing, and that's my next task. And hopefully you can see I'm halfway there. So next I need to get it to operate multiple agents from one chat, which is possible, I believe. Thank you.